All right, Coach. It's been a while, and it's been a strange summer. How you doing? What's the state of the program? And let's talk recruiting specifically. How excited are you to get these guys in here, and what's going on right now?
Like I said, it's been a strange summer, but things are starting to move into place. I'm pretty optimistic by nature, and I've been trying to really just focus on our team, not being following the news every day is a little depressing, but just we're starting to get guys on campus, and slowly but surely, and it's just nice to have them around now. Guys are able to lift, and we're able to do workouts, but they're at pretty you know at a moderate pace, to say the least, where certain rules are still working with through the COVID, and we've done a good job of handling that. And but it's just about August 1, and it's a little odd time to start cranking. Usually you're tapering down and taking a little break before school starts, but we're going to just kind of motor through there. But and hopefully getting all our new guys in here.
Yeah, this adjusted your whole summer schedule, so the workout schedule leading up to season is going to be different. And then also, I'd imagine you're doing a lot of play it by ear, right? Just waiting for whatever's to come.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think we're trying to keep things as much as we did last year. It's almost like last year's year one. We're going to implement certain things. We're going to work on it. We're going to be really about defending, rebounding, taking care of the ball. And our plan was to, tweak some things and move forward and try to advance in areas that we weren't as good at. But I'm like, we lost a lot. We probably need to kind of dial it back, get back to basics, and we'll add a little more just because of the retention. But I just think trying to get back to what they know and something what they're comfortable with is important right now.
You mentioned a lot of new guys. Let's run through the list here, and it's a big crew, and it's a nationally highly ranked crew. F.A. Abagidi, Jefferson Koulibaly, T.J. Bamba, Carlos Rosario. Is it Dyshawn Jackson? Deshaun Jackson. Andres Jakimovsky. Andre.
You're doing good. We just call him Jackie.
Jackie. That crew I just mentioned is by some accounts basically right around the 25th ranked class, give or take 25th to 30th in the country. It's one of the top ranked recruiting classes in Cougar history. What should we know about these guys? Who's ready to roll right away, and when will they get here? What's going on with all the new guys?
There's a lot of moving pieces in there, but one thing's always very diverse class as far as geographically, ethically, everything. So we're all over, and that's kind of was our intention, our blueprint. I think we've talked about our recruiting blueprint. We want to do a great job in the Northwest, make sure we do a good job there. But in previous jobs as staff, we've been able to have a global approach, and that's kind of what these guys are about. And what's neat about our program, and the guys in the program, everyone's opted in and said, I just think it's going to work better. And our sell is, hey, Pac-12, all right, opportunity to play in on this platform, the fourth best league. The league has put out the most NBA talent over the last 10 years. Plus, and the plus is this, and I know now that I've been 15 months or whatever here, is that Pullman's great. College town, great place to live, great place to grow, great place to build culture, community. And our guys embrace it, and I think that's kind of fostered this relationship. And so these guys are getting on campus, and the way we do things, can't tell you exactly who's most ready. They'll tell me. But if I was trying to figure it out, it'd be more of what we need and our needs. I think we lost. If you just look at our team, what we're returning, and we lost two significant contributors were Gervais and Jeff, and both of them, what they provided most was just a social maturity and a physical maturity and just their emotional maturity on the court. So I think their leadership, their ability, their everyday guys being able to do that, that's going to be the hardest thing to replace. And both that take, Gervais being a second year in the program, but a fourth year guy, and Jeff doing all 4 years here. But I think I feel comfortable saying I think the talent's replaced as far as with the options we have, but it's going to be building that who's going to be there every day and not knowing. So some of the inexperienced guys aren't going to have what Jeff had, and that's only through experience. So, I think the backcourt's probably where we're losing Gervais. We're a little thin there on ball handling, shooting. So I think with Jefferson for sure, being able to handle some of the where Gervais really handled defensively on point. So now it's going to be, I would think Noah, Isaac can do it, but there's a lot of pressure, a lot of offensive load on him. But like guys like Noah, Jefferson should hopefully be able to handle that what Gervais did. So I think Jefferson has the best chance, and Bamba, who's strong, but he's kind of a 2-3, but he's a strong 208. So he's physically ready. Both of them are good. They're both physically ready and help us there. And then the front court replacing Jeff can, Bubba came out at the end of the year, but that could be coming from FA would probably be the most ready front court guy. And he's different. And he's been actually had a really good summer because he's still been able to train with NBA Academy. They've kind of been still working out. So that kind of factors in. Like he's coming from a great NBA development. He's coming in. He's actually they play some games and scrimmages and stuff like that. So he probably has, and he's different than anyone we have. He's an elite athlete and front court guy, which he's ready to compete that way with Pac-12 guys. And then Deshaun, he's different too. He's skillful in that, but he's young. And you got Carlos too.
Andre was a later announcement, but he's a really high-ranked recruit. He was kind of around campus. I saw him there on the bench at a few games for a few months there, under the radar. But he's a really experienced player coming in, right?
Yeah, no, we did a good job. John Andrew did a great job in the European thing. He's a guy that pretty highly thought of, and really is weighing his options between, do I pursue a professional career in Europe, or do I come to the U.S.? And he kind of committed to say, if I'm coming to the U.S., I'm coming to Washington State. And that was kind of where it's at. And he visited, I think, when the Clay game came. So he kind of committed to us, but he just wasn't sure which path he was going to go. And we thought that was a good opportunity. And so he made that, whatever, it became public when he finally just kind of said, hey, this is what I want to do. And that's, he's a nice piece. And, his favorite player is Luka Doncic. I won't put that kind of pressure on, but he is kind of that 6'7", 6'8", skillful forward, makes other guys better. It's kind of unique playing front court guy that can probably use pick and rolls and do stuff like that. And, his thing will be able to defend, and the strength at this level. That adjustment is always how they handle it. Like Jazz is actually going to his junior year. He was a good defender for us last year, and I think he's bridged the gap there, and he'll be way stronger in that, and it'll be where Andre, depends how he comes in.
We've been talking about all the new guys. You actually bring a lot of experience back. I mean, Gervais and Jeff are gone, but Isaac had monster games. Maybe CJ comes back. Tony Miller, Noah Williams, Vova, like you said, last couple weeks was phenomenal. Ryan Rapp had his moment. Ryan Rapp won the UCLA game with a couple runners there. Yeah, I mean, so you really do bring a lot back also.
No, and that's how we looked at it, and it's important for any program, especially ours, trying to grow it. I think those are the anchors. And like I said, Isaac, Noah, hopefully CJ, Tony. Tony stays healthy last year. He scores. That helped us at the end of the year last year. Arizona State and Colorado, you could see, it's like, darn it, this should have been happening 2 months ago if he had 2 serious ankle injuries. So keeping them healthy. Vova came on, still got Jazz, and you got Rodman, and both those guys. I think both those guys are important in the sense that they understand how to play a role. They've got experience is valuable. You said, like Ryan, if he can stay healthy too. Those three are kind of on the same bucket. Like the value of having a program, those guys returning, the biggest jump should be year 1 to year 2. Like Ryan's he's 188 pounds. That's a big thing. Came in about 165. So he's really, and Brant. Don't let me diminish Brant Chatfield. Redshirt, he's young. He's gotten up to 240. But it just, the buy-in's good, and the guys have been back and working out. You can see each of them have really, even amidst the COVID, like I said, have done a good job. And a big part of our program, we talk about all the time, is empowering people to empower themselves. And that's kind of where and it's neat to see when these guys are just, they're taking and run with it. And, just want to get back to working with them.
Well, here's the good news. Here's to smooth sailing as maybe this starts to wind down, get kicked off, get a sense of what campus will be like, get in the gym. Do you guys know practice schedule, all that stuff? I mean, that's not – who knows, right?
As far as we know, it's going to be pretty much the same, obviously, as far as the same hours we're working with. And, again, the more we can keep it as close to what they were used to, I think will be the best. There's enough changes in our world, our day-to-day activity, wearing masks, stuff like that, and being really safe. And I, credit to Pat and everyone and Dr. Henry. I think we've made our campus really, they've handled it really well, and we've managed it really well. And there's going to be changes, and dealing with that's enough of and it really puts a perspective on basketball being the best part of your day, and that's what they came in for, and as much as anything, and being able to do that. And I think just that's great therapy. I talked to like Noah Williams' dad. He's like, hey man, just working out every day is great therapy for, and need that. And I agree with him. I think that's healthy for these guys. They're used to being on the court, being in your, cooped up is not their best mode. And the socialization too, just being around guys, because that's important, especially as every age group, every person, we need social contact that way. And just getting these guys back together is great, and kind of brings back my joy why I do it, and getting our staff and everyone else getting going too.
Well, can't wait to get back at it. Great to talk to you. Thank you for the time. And thanks also in the corner there, thanks to Michael Plank for letting us borrow his phone or computer there, whatever you're on.
Yeah, technology is not my strength. It takes a nation of everyone on our staff to try to get Coach Smith to the right spot. So we worked it out, and always a pleasure.
All right, Coach. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.